So guys, this video, it might initially shock you, but as I keep going forward in this video, it's gonna make sense. Just like I make everything make sense. So, if you're new here, you're in for a surprise. If you're new here, you missed a lot of stuff. So, you might want to check out my videos other than this one. So, guys, I'm going to explain what creates the most dangerous men in this world. And like I said, some of you might be initially shocked. But as I explain, it's not that shocking and it's understandable. And that is men with zero, and I mean zero, access to women. Now, we correct women a lot on this channel. We do a lot of that. We do a lot of everything. We hold everybody accountable. We want everybody to be their best. We're trying to save people from themselves on this channel. We do a lot of good in this channel. Some people don't like to hear the truth sometimes, but it is what it is. So, and what I mean by this is the men that have absolutely zero access to women. Like, some of you might be watching this and you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have this, you don't have that. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking fucking zero access to women, bro. Like, if you look at all the school shooters, the mass murderers, the craziest motherfuckers that walk this planet, bro, they all had zero access to women. Like, zero. So you might not have access to your mom, to a girlfriend, to girls in general, to any aunts, to any friends you may even have as girls. A lot of guys are in friend zones. At least you have a girl to talk to. But guys that have zero access to women are dangerous men. Dangerous, dangerous men. And I'll tell you why. Because women soften men. Women are very important pieces in this world, just as important as men. So this is a woman's superpower. If she uses that softness against you, it could create your life. It could turn your life into a living hell. A woman that manipulates you, softens you, makes you feel good. Let's say you make her your girlfriend and she treats you real good. And then she just throws you under the bus. It could do a lot of damage to a man. It can do a lot of bad to a man. That is a woman's superpower. But as a man, if you have absolutely zero access to any women at all, like, even when you're out in public, you associate with no women, over text, over phone call, your own mother, people in general, you have zero access to women. That makes you a dangerous man. Because women soften men. Women are soft. Men are hard. Men are built like bricks. And of course, there are soft men that exist. And of course, there's kind of hard-ish women that exist, and they're both playing a role that is not meant for them. There's reasons as to why that is happening. But if you look overall, men are typically hard as bricks. Women are soft. For God's sakes, men get hard, if you know what I'm talking about. Women can't. Women are meant to be soft. Men are meant to be hard. So a man that can be too hard and out of his fucking mind can be a dangerous man. A man that is way too hard out of his mind, that goes completely insane. Like I said, the mass murderers, the school shooters, the craziest motherfuckers you'll ever see, had zero access to women. Zero. And even if they did, those women drove them crazy. So, me personally, I talk to females every single day of my life. Whether it's one person or the other. And I'm not even talking about just like girls. I'm talking about like, it could be mother. It could be any of these people at all. I talk to females every single day. I deal with females every single day. There's some dangerous men in the world who not only don't have any women in their life, they don't have a choice. Like there's just no women in their life. They cannot talk to them even if they tried. Women text me. Women talk to me first. I can't speak for anybody else. And the reason why I'm saying this right now is because you don't want to be in a position where you shut women out completely. Which, if they piss you off, you might feel like doing that. I felt that in my life before. Because there can be bad apples out there. So if you come across a bad apple, you will feel like shutting women completely out. Women have pissed me off myself in my life and made me feel nuts. Not that kind of nuts to be a fucking school shooter, mass murderer. Not even close. But they can drive you nuts. So in the meantime, you have to be good to yourself. You have to do things that make sense to yourself. And then you'll slowly get back in the game and talk to females again. You will realize they're not all bad. Not even close. Not even when I felt the most envy toward a female in my life did I think all females are bad. Some people get screwed over to the point where they actually believe that. Which is kind of stupid. It's kind of your own stupidity if you're the one that believes that. Because not all women are bad. Not all men are bad. There's just bad apples. And if you come across one that can make you feel that way towards them for a bit. But if you do the right things and get back on the ball, you won't feel that way. And you'll be back in the game. You'll be just fine. So it can be a dangerous thing for some men out there in the world to have zero access to women. It can be very dangerous as well, vice versa, for women to have zero access to men because one makes the other. Like, whether you have a girlfriend, whether you have a boyfriend, that's kind of irrelevant. You should have at least a man or a woman in your life. And not even close. Just the ability to be able to talk to the opposite gender. Because if you don't, you kind of lose that. You kind of... It's like the yin and the yang type of thing. You kind of lose... If you're the yin, you kind of lose the yang. So there's something missing. If you have access at all to people, you will be in a good place. If you lose sight of people from your opposite gender for too long, it can drive you nuts. It can cause you to do something pretty crazy. Maybe not that crazy. Like, we're talking mass murder, school shooters to a very, very, very crazy extent. Most people ain't gonna do that. If you look at the percentages of those people, it is very, 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 very low. But things like that is what it can lead to. So, I'm making this video to make it make sense. And it does make sense if you think about it. The most dangerous men are the ones who had access to absolutely no women, because women soften men. If you get kind of too crazy, too masculine, too hard, not even really masculine, just out of your fucking mind to a point. Because being masculine as a man is good. Being able to lead is good. But you have to know how to harness your own powers. You have to know how to use your masculinity in the right ways and not the wrong ways, because a masculine man that is out of his fucking mind can do serious damage to this world. Serious damage. If I wanted to, I could do serious damage to this world, but I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy in the mind. I'm very in the right place. I feel very good. And just an hour ago, I was losing my mind because my favorite hockey team just won. They're up 3-1 in the series. They are one win away from winning the Stanley Cup Championship. And I was losing my mind. Cheering in a happy way. I was pumped. And that's not even a good example, but I'm still kind of buzzed and hyped up right now, but I'm kind of a little bit starting to calm down off it too. My hands are still sweating just from watching that game because it went to overtime. For those of you that don't know what it is, when you go to overtime in a game, the next point wins. So it was intense. And if the other team won, the series would have been tied 2-2 to put them in a dangerous place to lose. But now they're very high up in the series, and they're pretty much confirmed to win at this point. So, but yeah, man, like being very masculine is good as a man, but you have to know how to use your powers for the good. Like, if you look at the most extreme guard dogs in the world, male guard dogs, they're very masculine as dogs. They're very calm, but vicious at the same time. Like, they're stoic, just calm animals, but if something happens, they're on. Completely different person. Psychotic. They'll kill a motherfucker that walks in. That's kind of how you have to be as a man. You're in control of yourself. You can be crazy, but you're in control. You use your powers for the good. If you look at wild dogs that were abused, that could bite the head off a child, that could just attack someone and literally kill a grown man, those are like the abused men in the world that are like mass murderers, school shooters, if you're going to compare this kind of stuff to dogs. These dogs don't have access to real human beings that will be good to them to make them a better dog, same as human beings. These people lack good people in their life, so they're crazy. Like, it makes them crazy. So, like, that's the whole point of this video. Like, I even feel to an extent like I don't know, like there's even if you're a male and you have good fellas around you, let's say you got a bunch of good men in your life, no women, you still might be good. I don't know. It's a topic for discussion. It's not something that's an actual fact. It just makes sense if you think about it. Right? And I think there is statistics actually that kind of prove what I'm saying is right, but I don't have the actual evidence. And it's not confirmed. But I know for a fact what I'm saying is true to an extent. So, yeah. But you guys get the point, and I'm just trying to make you guys understand too, like, even if bad things happen to you and other people, you can't paint everybody in a bad picture. There's bad apples out there that can make you feel a certain way. Like, one bad apple made me feel terrible in the past, whenever I was a younger teenager. Like terrible. Like I hated everybody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just wanted to work on myself. I was still sane, but I knew what I was doing. I didn't want to bother nobody. I didn't want to be bothered by nobody. I didn't want none of that shit to happen. I just, for a while, wanted to take my anger out in the gym by doing the right things so I could feel normal. Because I didn't want to be a toxic person to anybody else. Because I felt a lot of toxic energy in me at that time in my life. And I was like in kill mode in my mind. I just wanted to go to the gym and kill the weights. It calmed me down because I had so much energy. Think about it. You're a young teenager. When I say young, I was 18, 19-ish. So you have a lot of masculine energy around that age as a young man, as a young adult. You're going to drive someone nuts at that age if shit goes wrong with a significant other that you love a lot. And shit goes really, 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 really wrong with that person. And women will not understand that because they don't know what it feels like to be a man and for that to happen, because the way a woman feels and the way a man feels is completely different when they get screwed over. Women get really sad and down. Men get like fired up. Men get like sad too, they can, but like they use that, like it makes them angry. Like I know a lot of young guys too who went through certain things and they got like really mad. Like the same as me. They got really angry. I thought my nose was like bleeding there for a second. I don't know what's going on. But they got really angry. The same as me. And when I see fellas out there like that today, you can tell they have a lot of anger in them. You can tell something's not right. I understand those guys and I let them be. I don't judge them. I don't ask them anything. I just let them be. They will get out of it. They will get out of that. Just the same way I did. That kind of stuff don't last forever. The same as women that get really sad when something happens to them in a relationship. Let's say they liked a guy a lot. Something happened. They're going to feel really sad for a long time. And I'm not going to lie. A lot of the time, women go right back around and do some other guy really dirty. I know a lot of women this happened to. I know like a lot of their situations and what they did. They really do that most of the time, which is unfortunate. Most women do not deal with their sadness by themselves like I did as a man, by going to the gym, not bothering nobody, not screwing over any other girls, just doing that. Most girls do screw over guys when something happens to them with another guy. I'm not lying about that. Which is unfortunate because it creates more angry men in that way, and I feel like it's an ongoing thing that people need to not get themselves in. That's what I don't get myself in that stuff anymore. I know what to do to not feel that way ever again. Like I don't give females that kind of power to be able to do something like that to me. It just can't happen. I'm fully in my power. I'm fully in my zone. I have matured tremendously. I understand people. I understand the world. So when you're in that position, it's very, very difficult for you to ever be in that kind of position you might have been in the past ever again. You see what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that, but yeah. Anyways, I'm probably going to end this video now. I don't got much else left to say at this time. I do want to try to calm myself down a little bit right now because I'm telling you guys, I was losing it an hour ago when that game was going on. And I want to be able to sleep a couple hours tonight. So, I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. As always, more fresh topics. And we out.